Good morning, students of class 10. In this period of geography, topology is continue, and in the last class, you had studied about roads that comes in the conventional signs and symbols. Those are used on the topo sheet. Roads are classified into three categories. Those are represented by different signs on the topo sheet. These three categories of roads are metalled road, unmetalled road, car track and pack track. These two comes together as the third division of roads on the topo sheet, car track and pack track. In the last class, we have studied about the signs for this particular type of roads on the topo sheet. Those are printed in red color. You have seen this is two parallel red lines thick in color. If the symbol of bridge will be there, then you will get this type of symbol beside the road, that is the symbol of a bridge. Then we say that road is with bridge. If bridge is not there, then simply we say that is the metal road. For unmetal road, you have seen two parallel dotted lines in red color. This is unmetal road. And car track and pack track, this is the thin red color line, and this is also thin red color line. But that pack track is thin red color dotted line. Pack track is this thin red color dotted line. So try to understand, these two are thick red color lines, but these are thin red color lines. And now today in this class, we shall try to understand the uses of these different kinds of roads. Those are given as the signs and symbols on the topo sheet. So first is metal road. Actually, this metal road joins two towns. Very big importance of this metal road. Heavy vehicles can run on the metal road, and this road is motorable throughout the year. In all the season, this road is motorable, and heavy vehicles can run easily on this road. Heavy vehicles, in such cases, we can take the examples trucks, buses, and other kinds of heavy vehicles. Those are used to carry the luggages. Unmetal road. This is a solid surface that is paved solid surface, but in this road too much heavy vehicles can't go. Actually, this is the narrow road. This is wide, this is the narrow road, and these roads and metal roads connect to small towns, to small markets. So there are several uses of these kinds of roads that you are seeing. Now we come to this kind of road, car track and pack track. Car track joins two villages. Two villages means this is made up of the materials those are found nearby the road, such as that may be the gravels, that may be the aggregate. Means this is solid only in dry season. In rainy season, this becomes muddy, and this does not remain motorable in rainy season. Motorable means vehicles can't go through this road in rainy season. In rainy season, this road is blocked completely. But in dry season, this road is motorable for light vehicles. For light vehicles, we can say for bikes, for small four-wheelers, for two-wheelers, for bullock cart, for these light vehicles, for bicycles, for these light vehicles, this car track is motorable only in dry season. Now, pack track. This is very important to understand the meaning of pack track. The meaning of pack track is automatically made road that is used by the animals or by the human beings in rural areas. I want to say, when animals or human being will walk by the same way through long period of time, then automatically a road is prepared. You can watch this kind of road in patches of grasses. While the animals go through the patches of grasses by the fixed road, or human beings also can go by the same, then a symbol comes out of a road. That kind of road is called pack track. This road is also found in village areas, in rural areas, and especially this road is found in lowland areas. So this road becomes also muddy in rainy season. But since the animals or human being can pass by walking through this road, so this road remains motorable in rainy season. While this road, car track, does not remain motorable in rainy season, because this becomes muddy in rainy season. So vehicles, light vehicles cannot pass through this road in rainy season. Now, my dear students, you have studied about the roads, different kinds of roads and their uses. Now, the second topic of this conventional signs and symbols, causeway. This causeway is the uplifted road that crosses any stream of water. This is the uplifted road that crosses a stream of water. Causeway. We can say, in simple word, we can say this is a kind of bridge that is made above the stream of water. To cross the stream of water, this type of bridge, types of bridges are made in rural areas. So this is causeway. This is the symbol of causeway. Now we come to the third one, that is stones in river. Suppose this is the river, and in this river, this type of white patches we can find. So many white patches represents the stones. Those are into the river. This is the water, or beside this we can say this is the sand particles. This is the sand particles, and in middle of this water may also be possible, and that is these stones are surrounded by sand particles and little amount of water. While you find this type of sign on the topmost, you can understand these are the stones into the river. Now, D, question number D is river island. Suppose this is a river. In this, there water is there, and in middle of this we are getting big white patch that I have given here. A big white patch. This symbol represents the river island. What is this river island? Island, you understand, that remains surrounded by water, but river island, due to deposition, when deposition of sand particles or sediments, those are brought by the river, are deposited on the bed of the river, means in the middle course of the river. Then due to continuous deposition, this patch, this small area is lifted up above the water level, taking the shape of a island. So this type of symbol represents river island on the topo sheet. Now we come to wells. There are two kinds of wells. If you find these circles represent, small circles represent wells. There are two kinds of well, dry well and perennial well. Dry well, while this circle is not shaded in blue color, then that is the dry well. This is dry well. This circle is not shaded in blue color. But if this circle is shaded in blue color, this circle is shaded in blue color, then that is called the perennial well. Perennial well. In this dry well, water remains only in rainy season, but in perennial well, you will find water throughout the river. So there are two types of wells printed on the topo sheet, represented by these two different kinds of symbols. Those are dry well and perennial well respectively. Now we come to the tanks. There are two kinds of tanks. In one tank you will find these sand particles, and in one kind of tank you will find this complete tank will remain shaded in blue color. This tank is shaded in blue color. So this represents blue color. Blue color represents water. This is too much big, I have to make it small. This blue color represents water. Since this tank is printed in shaded in blue color, so we say this is the perennial tank. Perennial tank, perennial tank means water will remain available throughout the year, but in dry tank, that is the first one, in dry tank water will remain water is found only in rainy season. So my dear students, there are two types of tanks printed on the topo sheet. Those are dry tank and perennial tanks. In dry tanks, this kind of sand particles you will find on the symbol, and perennial tank will remain printed in blue color, shaded in blue color. Today till this much. We will see more conventional signs and symbols in the next class.